Have you ever wondered how preferential voting works and how your vote is actually counted in the elections? Student Edge have been voting for the biggest baddie, and here's how the elections are going to pan out, and we're going to show you how preferential voting comes into play here. So in our hypothetical Student Edge election, there are 5 candidates and there are 15 votes. Here I am dividing up the votes based on formal first preference votes. So for example, I'm counting how many number 1 votes Sabrina Carpenter got and putting them in her pile, and doing this for the rest of the candidates too. This person's not voted properly. They needed to have numbered the candidates from 1 to 5. And as you can see, they haven't done that. So this vote's actually not going to be counted. So in this election, you need to get more than 50% of the vote in order to be elected. There are 15 votes, so they need to get 8 or more. So in this hypothetical election, Zendaya has received 8 votes, so she is now elected as the biggest baddie in Australia. Now in this hypothetical situation, no one out of the 5 candidates has received more than 50% of the vote. So the way it works is the person with the least amount of votes, we look at their ballot and we see who's the number 2 candidate, and their votes then go to that candidate. So in this case, it's Timothy Chalamet, RIP Timothy. On his ballot, the second vote that he's got numbered is for Zendaya. So we take his vote and we put it in the Zendaya pile. Now the next person with the least amount of votes is Sabrina Carpenter. So we're going to have a look at her number 2 votes. And we can see that for one ballot, the number 2 vote is Pedro Pascal. So we're going to pop that in Pedro's pile. Other number 2 vote is Jacob Elordi. So we're going to put that in Jacob's pile. No one's achieved a majority yet. So we're going to have to keep going on. So now Pedro Pascal has the least number of votes left. So we're going to look to his number 2 votes. This number 2 vote is for Timothy Chalamet. However, he's no longer in the running. So now we're going to go to his number 3 vote, which is Zendaya again. Same with this one. His number 2 vote is for Timothy Chalamet, but he's no longer in the running. His number 3 vote is for Sabrina, but she's also no longer in the running. And his number 4 vote is for Jacob Elordi. So that's where this ballot goes. So after all that's been gone through, Zendaya has finally achieved the 8 votes out of 15 that she needs. So she has been officially elected the biggest baddie according to Student Edge. And that's how preferential voting works.